It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert. Hello, Ben. My name is Big Rascal Max, and I'm a psycho bitch. Hey!
Yeah, you are.
Don't leave your fucking unlocked phone around me. I'm gonna find all your fucking ass twerking videos, Ben.
Hey, Max, I went through your watch, and guess what?
Yeah, you got all my
time's up.
Yeah,
time's up.
My text to all the bitches, man. All that shit there. Texting all those bitches, man. They're all there, dude. All there, man.
Man, this episode was like kind of depressing.
Awesome. Oh. I was like, this is the fucking episode, man.
No, it is.
The drama was there.
But also, like, holy shit. I don't know if any of these couples are going to come out of this. It's looking rough.
We know. Colby is a liar and a cheater.
They knew. We knew. And now we really know. Now Madeline really knows.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Fucking Big Cheese Colby.
as if her friends weren't already anti-Colby. Now they really are.
We know that Colby makes men into women, guys. The positives outweigh the negatives.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, did you say men into women?
Sorry, he makes women into women.
Girls into women? It was a confusing scene. Yeah.
So
Madeline was like,
okay, can you blame me for being confused? Yeah, I have that. Hold on. This is great. This is really, really, really good.
Did she start her period or did she lose her virginity?
It is a weird thing to say. Because of me, she's a woman now.
Yeah, and April was like, yeah, that's what happened. I'm a woman now.
I played polo and Connect 4, and now I'm a woman.
He took care of me while I was sick. Now I am a woman. No, this episode, though, I was never bored. So
no, I wasn't either. It was
success.
Just, I guess what I was trying to say by depressing is like, there are so many cringe moments. And yes, that's great TV. But it's also like, can be a little exhausting at times to watch. It's
so many like just so many like faux pas were committed like
so messy
on either end, like going through your partner's devices,
right?
I mean, you know,
but then only to be validated.
I'm not saying that, I'm glad that Madeline did go through the. Maybe she had a suspicion, so she had the very much right to. Yes. You know, there are always reasons when you should, if you can't get answers from. You know, there are sometimes when maybe it is okay. You know, when especially people like Colby,
when your spouse gives you an ultimatum and you go on a reality TV show.
Especially when you talk to them, and every time you talk to them, they're like, "Oh, we're going in circles. It's your fault."
When he won't even look at you in the eyes, and he's laying on the foot of the bed, just saying, "I want to go to bed."
Yeah, and then he's like, maybe you deserve someone better, even though I want to marry you. The whole thing is very confusing. Also, like trying to get in a fight with your spouse, in front of their mom.
Oh my god!
And then also fighting their mom, and was that her sister too? It's like you're never gonna win that fight, bro. No. Like, what is What are you thinking?
That was one of the other scenes that I felt was like so cringe. And I was like, I really was on the edge of my seat. Like I was like tightening up my fists. I was like, what is going on right now?
Playing like relationship counselor and moderator. But
the mom was savage. She was savage.
But I mean, at first she was just very much taking, Ray's side, which is of course what's going to happen no matter what. It's like
she's a mom. Ray is in a vulnerable position here on TV.
Whose side do you think Ray's mom is gonna take?
Yeah. And he did so well with Shanique's family. It's unfortunate, or Shanique's family. It's unfortunate that he doesn't have that kind of connection.
Well, he's probably more familiar
his
with
yeah,
you know.
true. Yeah.
And it's also like this is very raw after this like fucked up experience
Very
that they're having
cringe.
that
Yeah.
you shouldn't really go through with your relationship because it's
Oh,
just a
boy.
fucked up reality show, you know. I mean, an experience that works.
A
scientific experience that has already produced
autobiographical
3 engagements and 1 marriage.
Yeah. Do you think they all should have had to have dated Jessica Simpson during the break? Do you think
they should have married Jessica Simpson, talked about the whole tuna
should have been on
chicken of the
TMZ
sea thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have been on a show called The Newlyweds. That was the whole thing.
They should have had their experience in a boy band, 98 Degrees.
Yes, they should have had Ghost Love is Blind. They should have been this whole. They should have to be on NCIS Hawaii as well. They
just to get the full experience.
They have to win the Masked Singer too to come on the Ultimatum, which is a big challenge.
Which one of them won that again?
Nick.
Nick did. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Very
I don't
impressive.
know.
How would
Vanessa might sing? I don't know.
Yeah, but don't you think it'd be more likely that Nick would win though?
Dude, they had Rudy Giuliani on that show.
Yeah, but he didn't win.
Okay, so they judge. So like, I don't know anything about. You have to understand. I don't know what.
Okay.
About the Masked
It's a singing competition.
Okay, so it is like an American Idol sort of thing. There's judges who say like this person has the best voice.
Yes,
it's not just all about trying to guess who it is.
There's like audience and judges, and then it's like, but the judges who are Jenny McCarthy, Robin Thicke, and Ken Jeong, and
Ken Jeong's the host, or no, he's not the host.
Nick Cannon is the host. I think.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Great. What a great guy. I really like his takes on some of the things very personal to me. But he's really changed and grown.
You ever seen Drumline?
I do love Drumline.
I like that movie. That's a good movie.
That movie.
That's a good
one
movie.
Band, one sound. Anyway,
I could go on for another half an hour about Drumline, but we shouldn't.
We're gonna have to do a Drumline podcast.
Oh, we totally should. That's like a guilty pleasure. Not even a guilty pleasure. That's just a fucking fun movie. I like that movie.
No, it's really funny. Jenny McCarthy, I really like some of her takes on things too. She's a really special character.
Right.
And Robin Thicke, he's a really stand-up guy too. They just have the best people on this show.
So many blurred lines on that show. Right?
Yeah, so many blurred lines. And then they brought Rudy Giuliani on it. It was
Look,
special.
At the end of the day, I'm happy for Nick. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I know. We really got to shut up about that.
This is our 4th podcast today. If we want to do a Masked Singer tangent, we're gonna do it. If we're gonna talk about Drumline,
yeah. So usually the people that win, like T-Pain won one time, like they're like really good singers.
Okay, I see.
Like
that makes sense then.
Singing people.
Yeah.
Yep. So we go back to the empty restaurant table, which doesn't have I feel like it should have a name.
By the way, they just pushed 4 tops together. By the way, it's like 4 round tables pushed together.
Oh, your wife says, Ben, I can't believe you were able to make a Robin Thicke music reference. That's right. That was amazing.
It's only because he was in the news for certain things, and look.
Oh, because he was in a movie. Okay. We're back at the empty restaurant table, which I feel like it should have a name, and but because they're not sure where the next season will be, they can't have like a zone. It can't be like the pods. It can't be like the changeover zone. Yeah, because this episode was titled "The Changeover."
Yeah. It's just the hotel restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know that this is the start of the episode because
Why didn't they have this as the end song at the end?
I know. They already gave us that one, though. They buried the lead, but this is the beginning.
I want one for each act. This is the second act.
This is where Ray and Zay argue with Ray's mom. Ooh, Amy, your wife says it should be the table of truth.
Ooh,
I like that, though.
I like that.
Like that really honest engagement that happened. That
Yeah.
was such a truthful engagement.
It is very truthful.
I'm proposing to you not because I'm jealous of Colby.
They do have a title for the scene. It's called The Changeover.
Yeah, that's what I just said, and that was the title of the episode, and
directed by Todd Phillips, right? The Changeover.
Yes. Yeah,
Ken Jeong is in it. Back again.
Wow.
It all comes around, doesn't it?
Yeah. So they're like, Colby and April, how are things going? And they're like, we grew so much. Colby really learned how to listen. He learned how to listen to multiple women at the same time throughout the week.
Women.
Talk and listen.
He listened
to all these
through his phone,
women.
Through his watch,
and it is
through
all
FaceTime.
It's all stupid Madeline's fault. Stupid Madeline.
But look, let's talk about this rationally here, Max. What are the rules with the ultimatum, right? What are the rules exactly?
Well, is he single?
That's the thing. He broke up with her according to the
thought
ultimatum.
That they were no, he didn't think they were broken up. He thought they were in an open relationship.
See, this is where we need to iron out these rules here, because we have some people thinking it's an open relationship. We have others thinking that they're still together. We have people thinking that they're exes, that they're broken up. What's going on here?
Nick and Vanessa said that when they were not together, they took a break. Now, when they were on a break, were they still together?
Well, didn't he get together with Jessica Simpson?
No.
That was previous?
Oh my God, Ben.
Oh, come on.
This is, don't you remember at the end of
You're going to give me shit for not knowing things about Jessica Simpson. Get the fuck out
that was the whole thing. That was before.
I should be giving you shit for you knowing about this.
Well, everyone knows this.
No, they don't.
All right, everybody write in and talk about how they knew this. Okay,
right,
so he was with her before this, and that's why at the beginning of the scene, she says, before we got together, Nick had this big marriage and this messy divorce. Before we got together, she's talking about his marriage and divorce to Jessica Simpson. Amy says, yes, they do. Your wife, everyone knows about it.
Oh, stop ganging up on me,
Everyone
my
knows.
Fucking friend and my wife. I've had enough.
It was a big deal. It's a very famous couple.
Good Lord.
It's like the Beckhams. It's like the Beckhams. It's like if the Beckhams divorced, you know? It's just because you didn't have cable. Okay. So, what are we talking about?
I don't remember. We've been derailed.
Okay, so anyway, Colby learned how to listen, and he made her a woman. She was a little girl, and in 3 weeks, she turned from 5 to 23.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Did she start her period or did she lose her virginity?
I love how Madeline is just like, what a fucking narcissist. I'm like, well,
if
Madeline,
looks could kill, my God,
Madeline,
she wanted to murder him.
I'm like, Madeline, it's only downhill from here. It's gonna get a lot worse. April tells Madeline then that he adores the hell out of her and that she should be happy that he gave her the ultimatum.
Okay.
I'm so happy.
They're really working as a team here, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Yeah, good for you guys.
By the way, we totally made out last night. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Jake and Ray are very cagey at the table. They do not
we're happy.
They're like, no, it went well and nothing else, and we're not in love, and we don't want to have each other's babies and travel the world together. It's nothing like that at all.
We didn't play with feathers. There was no feather play.
Oh, yeah, and Zay kind of had a problem with this. He was like, "Well, I got jacked off in bed, and you know what? Why didn't you guys grow as much as I did? You're not talking about your growth. I was hearing a lot about your growth when I got drunk with
and
Jake."
Ray's like, you'll see that when we're together, okay? You'll see the growth.
Great, yeah.
So that was Ray's whole thing. Ray's whole thing is that she doesn't like express herself, right? Was that Ray's whole thing?
Yeah, it definitely felt like she was withholding at the table here.
Yeah, that's like her whole thing.
Yeah. And I think Zay, he's really got a good idea of that they have connected on a deeper level.
Yeah.
So
Shanique and Zay are just like, we're both nice people. It was nice. We had a nice time.
I feel like it's so obvious with Jake and Ray in this episode that they want to be with each other and not with their current partners.
Yeah, it feels like that.
It really does. Especially with Jake, the body language alone is like really bad when she's like leaning in trying to kiss him, and he's like, he's pushing back, and he's like not puckering up his lips for a kiss. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
Madeline and Randall, when they're like, how are things between you two? She's like, Madeline is like, well, I like Randall a lot more than I like Colby. I actually love him, and I don't really like Colby. Madeline makes me, Colby makes me feel, Randall makes me feel understood, unlike Colby. If we got married, he would be a wonderful husband, and Colby would not. And then Randall was like,
pretty forward, yeah.
Yeah, Randall was like, you really listen to me because Shanique doesn't listen to me. It felt
they
like
really lay it all out there, man.
Yeah, it felt like a marriage should be,
Brutal.
and I feel like a better individual. It was like, and Madeline just was really like, it felt like she was really projecting disdain for Colby.
Yeah. And she was like, she also said too, because Shanique was like, it's only been 3 weeks. She states the obvious. She's like, it's 3 weeks. What the fuck? And I love that Madeline's response to this is, no, I know he's not perfect. He didn't give me enough of what I wanted. the physical connection wasn't there.
She's like, he can give more. He can give more of himself,
Literally.
And I was like, oh my God, the one flaw of him is that he didn't fuck you in 3 weeks while he still technically has a girlfriend.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, he does have flaws. His one flaw is that he didn't fuck me. Oh my God, Madeline. But I do like how Shanique also is like, I can only laugh at myself because I brought my boyfriend to the ultimatum.
Good for her, though, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I did like that.
I was like, that's cool of you, Shanique, to say that. I don't know. I do think Shanique is really feeling guilty about this whole thing. I feel like we can see that. And Randall, we see later on too, when they're eating dinner together, he sort of really lays it out for her and he's
digging deep into her, dude.
He really is. And I don't know. Maybe she is receiving it. We didn't really get a whole lot from her.
Well, she's not totally at least she's not totally doing her deflection thing.
Yeah,
it's good.
I said to my wife at the end of this episode, I was like, I feel like if there's any couple that could possibly make it out of this, it feels like Randall and Shanique.
Maybe, I don't know.
Possibly, but I don't think any of them will. But if there's any one couple, I think they might be, just because it feels like there's a little more maturity there. I don't know. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We already had 2 couples that were
yes.
We had Nate.
I feel really good about Nate and Lauren. They're the couple I feel the best about.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the reunion to see Nate again. That guy is he's gonna get cast on many more Netflix reality shows, I think.
Shit got really weird though. Colby says, I could see you being a happy couple, but he says to Randall, she's a strong woman who cuts deep with her words, and can you handle it?
Ouch.
And then Shanique says, you need to reword it.
Yeah, that was interesting. Articulate it better.
So then it was just really just a stupid thing to say. It was not appropriate and it was yeah, he's just such an idiot. He even says at one point, he's like, I need to work on the things that I say. But I think he also needs to work on the things that he does, the way that he treats people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things about
He needs to
himself.
work on his polo game too.
He's then he's like, okay, fine. Randall, you said you wanted to be with her, so now I need to know, does she want to be with me or you? It's like, yes, that would be a better way than saying, can you handle Madeline's words?
Right.
It was so awkward when he said that. It was like you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah. And it really does feel like Madeline wants to be with Randall more than Randall wants to be with Madeline. I from my perspective.
Well, yeah, she wants to fuck him. He doesn't want to fuck her. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing's weird. I don't think Randall wants to be with Shanique, though.
No, I don't think Randall wants to be with either of them. I really don't. Although I feel like if Shanique does
I choose myself.
I feel like if Shanique does show like a bit of humility on her end and realizes that she has faults too, and it's not just Randall, then they might be able to come together to work on something.
He seems pretty over it.
I don't think a marriage is going to happen. I think if she rescinds the ultimatum, are they allowed to do that? By the way, can you rescind an ultimatum?
You can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
There's winging.
Dude, you can do ultimatums on top of ultimatums. There's anything you can if you can dream it, it can happen on this show. Because they didn't know what they were doing going into it, and they don't know what they're doing going out of it. This really show is
it's
there's
wild.
No rules.
It's wild.
It's the Wild West.
It's like Fight Club. There are no rules.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, my wife says they should call the show "Help Us Break Up." We're too cowardly to do it ourselves.
Help us break up while gaining Instagram followers.
Yes,
in the process.
that's what it really is, to gain those followers.
They say they're proud of everybody. April's proud of everybody, and they all say goodbye. And I'm like, are they not going to see? Are the couples are getting together, but are they not allowed to see the people that they previously saw over the next 3 weeks? Because like, I want to know if like they're able to do late night booty calls. Like, I want them to.
Well, I'm gonna guess that Shanique might be able to see Zay because she might threaten to leave the show unless she does, much like what she probably did with Randall. So I'm sure Shanique could pull it off.
I want booty calls to happen.
Yeah. You know, Jake is dying to see Ray. He's dying to see her.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
and if they don't let that happen, they're stupid. But they're saying, like, say goodbye, and I'm like, is this just like to have a moment for the show, or are they not allowed to say hi?
Who fucking knows, man? There's no rules here. I don't understand this show. But whatever. Like, we're on. We're this
along
train.
For the ride.
We can't get off this ride. We're in it. We're on it.
Yeah. But should we play this little Easter egg that you discover, Ben, from the music? Some more music. We just find another. I love how we just take all the music from the show.
Well, it's ridiculous. It's silly.
Here's a little Easter egg.
I step through the mirror 'cause love is blind.
Oh my God! They said "Love is Blind" advertising for "Love is Blind."
They used the wrong soundbite. They mixed it up. They had an ultimatum song. The editor accidentally put in the "Love is Blind" song. That's a shame.
Step through the mirror because there's an ultimatum. That's what they meant to play. And
yeah,
said "Love is Blind."
Because if it was "Love is Blind," they would have been in the pods and they would have lived happily ever after. Because with the pod energy,
has 100%. Ultimatum.
It works.
Yeah. Well, that's an experiment. This is an experience. Like this is
the Nick and Vanessa experience.
Yeah.
Nick and Vanessa didn't meet through pods.
And if you watch Love is Blind, be sure to check out our coverage of Love is Blind Season 2. We've covered every episode and the reunion, and we gave out awards to all the cast members. Check it out.
Follow us on social media. Reality Alert Podcast on Instagram. Okay.
So the second trial marriages begin, they say. So these are trial marriages.
Okay.
So clunky.
Living together is, I guess.
These are so getting back together with your significant. So who you were already.
They've had their fun with Jessica Simpson. They've had their fun. Now it's a trial marriage.
This is because like some of them are just moving back in with their significant other who they were already living with, and they're like, but this is a trial marriage. And it's like, but
it wasn't before when they were living together.
When they were living together, it's like, oh,
Now it is.
it's very, but this is a second trial marriage. It's like, okay. So Ray and Zay, Ray brings up how she was jealous about how Shanique brought up that Zay had a boner, and he's like, I'm a man, baby. I'm a man.
I'm attracted to women. I'm human. What do you expect, man? What do you expect?
You gotta get boners. Boners happen. I mean, when are they paid to bring up boners? They
must be. It must be sponsored by Viagra.
Placed advertising for boners. There must be it's gotta be.
She asked him directly too. What was your experience physically? And he just chugs.
He's a liar.
Yeah, he lied. What the fuck? He said
he's a liar.
So, but does he not know that they're being filmed at all times? Does he not know that eventually Shanique is gonna, or I'm sorry, Ray is gonna go home, and she is going to see, she's gonna see him getting jacked off.
Also, like they all talk. Like I don't know. He's like, oh, we cuddled. I don't get these people. This happened.
She cuddled my penis with her hand.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we just cuddled. It's like we know that shit went down, yo. Okay, so it's
so much worse to hear it later than it is to just be honest.
Like, you just can't do it.
Boy. Oh, we got Jasmine with a comment here. The drinking bingo game needs to have a when they mention having a boner. I wish we could do the drinking games for this show, but they just dropped all the episodes at once.
I know, and we were like, we don't know what's going to happen in this show. What will happen?
Boy, I tell you what, we could do a drinking game now for next season. We really could.
Just say like boner, lots of boners, boner.
Boner is every square for a drinking game. Yeah,
insane. Insane.
It's wild. It's wild.
I was like, she's gonna watch the show. Like, why are these people?
That's so cringe.
He calls Big Fucking Cheese Colby a liar. It's like, you're a liar, Tuesday. You're lying.
Yeah,
bunch of liars. Men are trash.
It's so true. I like what when he says, I want to know what you're thinking to Ray, and then Ray was like, I don't think you do. Trust me, you don't want to know. You don't. I don't think these trial marriages are going to work out too great. I don't know, Max.
Trial marriages, getting back with your partner. It's so stupid calling them trial marriages.
What a show, I tell you. And it's going to get another 8 seasons. You just know it is.
You're gonna have a second one.
It's number 1 over Bridgerton right now.
I know.
It's crazy.
Everyone's like, oh my God, have you seen the top sheet conversation? It's insane.
No, okay, but I do want to clarify. We do enjoy this show for the most part.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, but okay, we enjoy making fun of it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's a wild show.
Okay. We know by the number of downloads we get that people enjoy us talking about the show. Yes. So we can trash it all we want.
Okay, good.
They're gonna listen for some reason. Just like we watch the show, they will listen to us talk about it. Okay. We can just do whatever we want. We can talk about top
I hope
sheets.
Everyone agrees this is a goddamn mess. That's what I hope.
I love the top sheets. I love this. I think second trial marriages make sense, Ben and Max.
You're right. Why did I have any sort of insecurity that our audience would be not liking that?
Second trial marriages?
It's insane.
What is a second trial marriage?
They just make up shit that doesn't exist, and then that's what it is.
Oh my God, it's like we're married because there's a title. Okay. I did like her joke about she's like, oh, we're cuddling, so you're gonna get a boner like you did with Shanique just to grill him. That was really funny.
That was good.
Shanique and Randall in confessional, Shanique is like, our relationship dynamic will never be the same, and it's like, yep, that's your fault.
Yeah, you brought him on this show.
And then to Randall, she's like, you talked about your future a lot tonight, and it seems like you really enjoyed your 3 weeks. And Randall's just playing with the chew toy. It's squeaking.
And it was very distracting.
No,
the squeaking toy in the background.
He's squeezing it.
It's a stress relief. That's what it is, right? I didn't hear Shanique say that she jerked off Zay. Is that also another secret? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it was being very forthcoming.
They're gonna see. If they do propose, they're gonna see a lot after when this airs.
Yeah, Shanique asked Randall what she can do to be better, and he's like, I don't think dumping a bunch of things on you is the appropriate thing to do right now. But I'll do it later, maybe over dinner. We have dinner tomorrow night. I'm just going to be really harsh. So get excited.
He's like,
and she's like, I'm happy to have you back. And he's like, are you?
So much tension with every single couple the second they're together.
Yep.
They hate each other. It's wild.
Jake and April, Koa, very happy.
All I have is notes about Koa for this scene. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything else. It's just Koa is so happy to see Jake. He's such a sweet, bubbly little baby boy, and he's just so sweet. And I'm rooting for Koa more than anybody else in this.
Yeah, I hope Koa and Jake can get back together.
That's what I'm most worried about. Is like I feel like Jake and April are probably going to break up, maybe. And all I can think about is that poor Koa is not going to be able to see Jake anymore. And that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm really worried about it.
Yeah.
But this was the first instance that we got that April has been texting. This was the first. I forgot about this. Huh? This was the first instance.
Another off-screen thing. Boy, these people are at the clubs a lot at night.
I know. A lot of clubbing in Austin, apparently. So Jake has heard that Austin has been texting guys from the club, and maybe something was going on.
That April's been texting guys from the club, not Austin.
What? I said Austin.
Yeah, he said Austin's been
Dude, it's our fourth podcast. It's past midnight. Oh my god!
I got you.
April, Austin. I called her Olivia one time. It's all right. So April, she's been texting guys from the club, and something was going on Instagram. Maybe she was messaging someone on Instagram.
I think it was like stories or posts with her hanging out at the club with guys or something, and
something happened on Instagram
his
too.
Friends were messaging him on IG,
okay,
telling him about this stuff. So I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on with all these people. They're all clubbing and making out with random people that aren't even on the goddamn show. What is happening?
Why aren't they have to? All right, if they're not going to have camera crews follow them, like I've said before, they should be required to wear body cameras wherever they go. If they're going to have this juicy stuff
just completely
happen.
Quarantined in their apartment and not allowed to go out.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Like there's
all
so
this
much
awesome stuff is happening.
Yes, there's so much shit happening off camera. It's annoying.
I know.
Oh, make it on camera. Fuck.
Yeah, I've never watched a reality show where so much shit has happened off camera.
It's crazy. In Love is Blind, we only got like random fights between a couple or two off camera. It wasn't this bad.
Okay, like when you watch The Real World, like when they go out at night, the cameras follow them. So if something happens at the club, something happens. When you watch the Jersey Shore and they go to Club Karma, and something crazy happens at the club, you see it happen. Like in this show, when they go to the club, no one's fucking there.
Nobody. It's weird. It's really weird.
It's
Love is Blind and just host a party for someone like Jarrett and his friends.
Yeah.
It's like, do that. Why not?
Yeah. But April says that all she did was she went to the club and she said she was single and exchanged contacts with someone.
That's still pretty bad.
No, Ben, it was just like business cards. She said she was single and she exchanged business cards. Contacts.
It's funny that her and Colby were in that partnership because they both sort of essentially did the same
exact thing. They probably encouraged each other. They
probably went to the same club.
Yeah, probably the same club.
Man, what I would give to see some of those scenes at the club. Oh my god.
Jake does not handle this well though.
No.
He has so much rage and he's like, Ray listens to me. You don't listen to me. And she's like, oh, okay, well, maybe we could. He's like, you're talking over me. Like, you always talk over me. And she's like, I'm not sure if I'm talking. He's like, you're talking over me. I'm like, you're talking over her, man. Like,
I
don't think she's
really
talking
feel
over
like
you.
Jake made his mind up before they even.
It's very clear.
It's so clear, and he's looking for any excuse here, any excuse. And again, like I guess it's not if we go hard on Colby, we got to go hard on April too. Here it's not cool, I guess, but also the rules are weird, and who knows what the fuck is going on with this show. But at the same time, it's like Jake was pretty emotionally involved with Ray as well. So there's just hypocrisy flying around everywhere.
And
everybody is in a glass house throwing stones right now. Everybody. Everybody.
Yeah. So like what April did, I think it's out of bounds from the show because like you probably have
it happened off camera.
It seems like when you do it on the show, you're like, okay, we have an understanding that like in this weird thing we're doing, we know who the other person is with, right?
Yes.
When you do these weird things at clubs, it's like that's like out of bounds. I would feel like I'd be like, wait, what are you doing? And so but it was just like.
But what about for the people who view themselves as like an ex? Because like Randall said, he's like, we're exes. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here by saying that.
No, I just don't think. I just don't think.
Outside of the show, it starts to get weird.
Yeah, I think outside of the show, when you're like, I'm single, like I'm dating. Like, no, you're not. Like we're supposed to be exploring, like, especially if you are the person that set the ultimatum, it would be like, why the fuck are you going to clubs? Like, you set the ultimatum.
It's
like,
weird.
You're the one who's supposed to care about me.
Mm-hmm. It's weird to begin with that they're just going to clubs at night anyways and like exchanging numbers with random other single people at the clubs. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah,
through this process. That's a strange thing to do.
It's so fucking weird. This doesn't happen on reality shows like
No.
this one. Like usually dating shows are kind of like isolated.
It's almost like a partner proposing an ultimatum completely ruins the relationship right from the beginning. I don't know. Kind of weird how that works.
Yeah. The whole thing is so fucking weird, man. But yeah, I just think the way that he kind of approached it, I was like, whoa, man. Like, I know you're mad and she fucked up, but like, whoa.
It's not a good sign when most of these couples on day one are already like wanting out of this 3-week trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
No.
They're all breaking up. It feels like. I don't know.
We see Madeline and Colby and they're like making out, and Madeline is like, Randall checks all my boxes. Yeah, drink every time that she says that, and you'll be just as drunk as Madeline gets. But they do have magnetic chemistry, and you can kind of see it before Colby really fucks it up. And you kind of get why Colby is so confident all the time about their relationship. It's like,
definitely.
Oh, I was like, I kind of get it now. You never really saw it before. You're like, all right, I kind of get it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he certainly checked a box for her that night that she was wanting to be checked, I think.
Yeah. Ray and Zay get the feathers and blindfolds.
Yeah, what was that? They have like a sex toy box?
Well, I guess they were.
No, I think they already had it though. Like even when Jake was with Ray, because Zay was making comments like, "Oh, did you and Jake use this?"
Yeah, it was Jake. It was Jake and Ray's box.
Yeah. So did they use it? That's the question. When she was twerking and Ray for the cell phone, was there a feather coming out?
Yeah, I think they probably use the feathers everywhere.
They were spanking
like at the club and stuff. Yeah, well,
at the clubs.
I'm guessing that they didn't have sex, so maybe they were doing like.
I don't think they did.
So they're probably doing like sensory stuff with like the feather.
Just tame stuff like nipple clamps and things like that.
We're sex positive, but there's just something very funny about like they didn't know what to do, so they were like, all right, we got to do feathers. Like Zay got a hand job, and then Zay got a feather. I mean, Jake got a feather, and Zay got a. It's late.
Oh boy.
It's
late.
Madeline and Colby. So, Colby got her flowers and a card, and it's like, this is going to be nice. And he's like, so
happy
really,
Mother's Day. Oh, wait. No.
he's like, this makes you a woman. Welcome to womanhood. And he's like, I really hate that you and Randall think you could have a future together. Do you feel the same way that Randall does? And she's like, yeah, he checks all my boxes. And I'm like, all right, we get it. Like, all right.
He checks the boxes. Do you think that card was a condolences card? Is that possible?
Yeah, he was like,
for the relationship. Yeah, I mean, he's like, oh, I feel like shit hearing this. It's like, why did you issue an ultimatum? All right, yeah, we've heard enough of this.
Yeah, she's like, there were no red flags with Randall, and I'm like, yeah, because he's not trying to pressure you into marriage. It's a big comparison.
Yeah, that's one of the only couples. Was it the only couple where both of them did not issue the ultimatum? I'm trying to think. We have April and Colby. Both of them issued ultimatums. We have Zay and Shanique, where Shanique issued the ultimatum. And
Jake
then
and
Ray issued the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only couple where they both didn't. So it would make sense, I feel like, that they would connect more than the other couples.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Colby was like, I want to have a light first day. Madeline was like, we have to talk about things. And this is where Colby says that he struggles with saying what's on his mind, meaning that he talks too much. And then he says, I'm worried if I say certain things that I'll lose her. And I was like, I wonder what those things are. And it was like very foreshadowing. I like that they included that. It was like a nice moment. I like.
What time is it? Oh, I shouldn't say. There's things on this watch I shouldn't.
Yeah. I just love when reality T just somehow like dramatically works somehow.
Yeah.
Like, wow, it's like weird. And like when real life like somehow like really comes together. It's like, how does that fucking happen, man? I love that now that Jake is back with April, the stubble is gone. He's like, all right, even though I want to be with Ray, I'm shaving. He's like, damn, okay.
He knows what she likes.
And he's like, I don't want to fight. I just want to talk. And April's like, I'm showing you that I'm grown. But then I think he just wanted to apologize so that he could get closer to Koa because he's just giving affection to the dog.
When she wanted him to embrace, he went straight to the dog first.
And she even
called him out.
She comments on it, but then she's like, you always go to the dog first. But he never even really went to her. He like hugged her briefly, and then he's like, oh, back to the dog.
I mean, to be fair, if
the
we're
dog's
being
very
fair,
cute.
The dog is so cute.
And
He's a little sweetie pie. Okay.
The dog never texted other guys.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I mean, how could you not go in for the kiss? Huh? How could you not grab that?
You got to kiss that dog.
Oh my God, you have to. I feel like let's give him a pass for this one. Let's give him a pass. The dog.
I'm not mad. I was never being harsh about it. I'm just saying the truth. We're all factual on here. We're no opinions.
Yes. We're objective, is what we are. We're journalists. Yeah. Shanique and Randall. So next. They're talking about marriage. She's like, what do you think about my ultimatum, by the way? Still on the table. And he's like, yeah, I don't know about that. Not feeling that.
He's like, I can't say.
Yeah, I felt like this was actually a pretty productive conversation for them that like needed to be had. What did you gather from
I do agree. He's just he's being very honest, which I think is good.
Yeah.
And she's just like listening because
you're right. Before you said she's not deflecting as much. I agree. She's like she's listening more.
But I think that it's a very difficult dynamic because she really wants to be with him and she is not torn because I don't think she wants to be with Zay and I think Zay wants to be with Ray, whereas I think Randall isn't sure if he wants to be with Shanique. So Shanique is just like with you. I'll listen to anything you'll say and put up with it, even if I disagree, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So I think Randall is being very direct and a little harsh, and she's just kind of listening to it. And I think it's good to listen to hear these things that he's saying, but I is thinking he is being a little harsh.
Being very direct. Yeah.
You're saying like you didn't think your shit didn't sink and it was all my problem. I don't want to be with someone that I'm bickering with. Like he's just going like hard, like I
really feel like Randall wants to be single right now. I really feel like he's just hated this whole experience for the most part.
That's what I'm getting. And I think it's good to see. I think it's good to see how he really feels because
Yeah.
I haven't totally gotten it. So I think it is good that he's being honest so you can see. And I do think that's good. I just think that he can't be like this way the whole time. So it's going to see like how it changes from here when like she's going to get to need to say how she feels. It's soon.
Is this still day? This is day 2 now that they're together.
Yeah, I think it's like day 2.
So like, I don't know. Maybe things will change after.
No, definitely. It's just we need to see where it goes from there.
But things are still very raw. They're both. Everybody's feeling jealous right now. Everybody's feeling angry.
Yeah,
like because how could you not after that?
It's a fucked up reality TV shitstorm.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
I know. All these emotions make sense. The emotions make sense.
Yeah.
The show does not.
Colby and Madeline. So Madeline scrolled through Colby's Apple Watch and found texts to other girls. That was a little.
Yeah.
So apparently he made out with some other girl besides the.
There's a second club girl apparently.
A second club girl who he was texting and sexting and FaceTiming, and he told her
he was mailing letters. Pigeons were going to her.
He was in an open relationship with Madeline, and his excuse to Madeline was that she was helping and coaching him through this shit.
So she's a life coach. Is that
yes, and Madeline calls him.
That's just a shit excuse.
A loser.
It's just a shit excuse.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look who's giving it.
It's oh my god this
well I mean like there's no good excuse because
there's no good excuse. There's none. But like this is it feels like extra cowardly to like throw out that dumb fucking
was just blaming her. It's like, well, you kissed someone so I needed to
so I'm going to. It's like, dude, you were the one who issued the ultimatum. What the fuck? Come on, man.
It's just the whole thing is so.
He's like, I'm just growing. I'm embracing.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, I'm growing with Olivia. Like, we don't need to kiss anyone. It's like, so it's like, yes, you do. And then he was like talking to her the whole time. The whole thing is so confusing, man.
Yeah. Again, April, not Olivia.
I just said Olivia again.
Yeah. Folks, Olivia's on Temptation Island.
I blame. Do you know who I blame for this?
Fucking Big Cheese Colby.
It's his fault.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so do you know who we have to give some credit to?
I don't think Colby is like a good person.
We got to give credit to Alexis. She kind of called it.
Wait, Alexis?
Yes, Alexis.
Oh, Alexis.
Of Alexis and Hunter.
My God.
She said that back at the table right before she got proposed.
Right.
No, after she got proposed to, she said that.
That's right. Oh my God, I forgot who Alexis
maybe we shouldn't
was.
be making moral decisions, but she kind of knew that Colby was a bit of a sketchball.
Yeah. She's so wise.
She is so wise.
Why didn't we listen to her from
lip service? Bullshit.
You know, she knew that Colby was full of
soundbite.
Colby was full of bullshit.
Oh, we got to use that one more.
I know, I forgot about it. Why do they have to take fucking Colby away from us? But you know,
I'm a man who knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants, and he wants
to make out with girls at clubs,
and then talk to them to be coached. It's so fucking weird, man.
Man, he has so much unjustified confidence. Am I crazy?
He plays polo sometimes. Yeah. So then she locks herself in a room. Madeline does, and Colby walks out, and then he doesn't come back. And Ray comes over, and they're talking. So Colby comes back, and he seems drunk or hungover. But it's so fucked up that he like takes forever to come back, and he won't like answer her calls and like own up for what he did. Like I feel super bad for Madeline.
And then he just lays down on the bed and he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I want to.
No, I'm shutting down.
It's like, what the fuck? Then why'd you come back?
He's a huge asshole. This whole scene, really being a jerk.
Yep.
A huge jerk. And that's just how it is.
Just how it is.
And it's like, And she's like, he says he wants to marry me, but he did this and he won't even discuss it. It's like, you say you want to, it's like, you made the ultimatum. Like, you say you want to marry me. And if like we don't, in like 3 weeks, if I don't say I want to marry you, did this, like, why did you do all this shit? Like, these are not the actions of someone that wants to get married.
Really, really hard to empathize with the person who gave the ultimatum to begin with. It's really difficult.
Oh, I can so empathize, man. He's grown. One of his excuses are that he did it for her and that he did it for the experience to prove that this isn't a fairy tale.
Good God. This show, man.
Do you smell that? It's bullshit.
Yeah, it smells bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But you know, they let us know Madeline's inner monologue, you know?
I won't be just one of your games. Just one of your games.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could hear what she was thinking in that moment, because I was confused.
Cool. She has a nice voice too. And April and Jake are having fun outside of the car wash.
As you do.
As you do.
This is the things you do for fun in Austin, Texas, right?
Yep, they seem happy.
Chill outside the car wash.
Yep.
They talk about their car like it's a baby. Like
it's like, okay.
We talked about this already, but just the body language again when she leans in to try and kiss him and hug him, and he's like really stiffening up. So cringe. So cringe.
Ray and Zay, they're hanging out with Ray's mom. Zay talks in confessional. He wants to marry Ray. Things are going okay, you know. He's talking about Ray being a good wife, and then her mom asks what it was like, and then things just go downhill.
It's so bad.
Can you just talk about anything else? Why'd you have to talk about that?
Yeah, they have this argument about Ray not being heard.
Okay, there's a really good sound clip.
And okay, let's hear it.
Is that a non-negotiable for you to be heard?
That's the one that I wrote down too. I was like, what the fuck?
You have to be heard? What the fuck is up with that? You want me to like listen to you and shit?
I'm sorry, but your bar is too high. The standards are way too high.
In our whole relationship, like at night, like during the day and night.
And to say it in front of the mom and the sister too. It's crazy.
Can't we like compromise about this? This is a little too much for me. We gotta you gotta be heard, like when you're talking, yelling. Like, can we get into specifics here? Can we get a lawyer involved? This is too much.
Let me ask you this: is being in love with your partner a non-negotiable? I really need to know.
He seemed serious too. This is very confusing.
Let's
listen to the tone again.
Yeah.
Is that a non-negotiable for you to be heard?
Yeah, 100% serious. I'm very confused.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we talked about this. You've seen it in action.
It devolves so quickly to the point where he's crying at the table.
He's hiding behind a napkin.
Oh my god, it's so painful. Like they bring the mom and the sister into it. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I agreed with her mom at the end. Is like, if they can't communicate this well, I don't know if they'll be in a marriage or a relationship at the end.
Yeah,
of this.
no. I feel like marriage is out for all of them. There's no way they're all getting married.
Look, this is a trial marriage, okay? By the second week, they'll all be men and women. Yeah. They're not current, except for April. They're all just boys and girls.
Yeah. Hey, this is marriage. You're all gonna fight and argue until the day you die. In front
trial
of your
marriage is. No one said trial marriage was easy.
Oh man,
this April and Jake scene was giving me life because
my name is April. I'm a psycho bitch.
I fucking love April. She gave us everything.
Amazing.
Thank you, April.
Like, she went for it. And we got security camera footage too of her picking up the phone and going through. That was actually a fun little thing that they showed, the security camera of her picking it up.
Well, we needed evidence of her being a so-called, her words, psycho bitch.
Psycho bitch.
She said it multiple times. She was like, you were drunk last night, and that was frustrating. So that gave me the right to go through your phone.
Well, what's funny is that, Jake was harping on her before, and now it's like it's her chance to do it back to him. So she was looking for her opportunity. And of course, why not pick your birthday to start this huge fight? Why not? Live a little.
Yeah, she wants to know why there's multiple close-up videos of Ray shaking her ass at the club on Jake's phone, and then but she says because I'm a psycho, she airdropped them to herself. And I also like how she gets up on the chair in confessional and demonstrates the dance. And she's like, why are there multiple videos of some other girl's ass? And he's like, well, because I was dating her at the time. Remember, we switched.
Yeah. This is the point of the show.
And he's like, if you had asked me, I would have shown you. It's like an inside joke. It was like a story. It's like an inside joke.
It was just a TikTok, babe.
It was a TikTok. It's like a joke. I don't
If you
like
watched
ass.
all the way through, we dab at the end. It's no big deal.
I'm a man. That's the excuse everyone does. There's boners. I'm a man. I can't help myself. I'm a man.
I was laughing
videos.
I was laughing so hard during this because of all the things for her to find on the phone, it's just several videos of her twerking on the phone. I was like, that's not even that's just so silly and stupid. That's one of the dumbest things you could find on somebody's phone.
Well, there's multiple things that she focuses on. She's like, why are you filming bitches' asses in the club, twerking in the club? I don't do that. She says, and she also says that they were very close up, so she doesn't like that it was close up. And
needed to be a wide angle.
Yeah, it needs to be a wide angle,
away.
at least 10 feet away. And
it
she
needed to be in black and white, and it needed to have some nice jazz music underneath.
Yeah, and she also
that would have been tasteful. Yeah.
You're filming her ass everywhere she goes.
Yeah, she's like, everywhere she goes. There's ass shots everywhere.
To the post office, to the grocery store, that the ass is on the phone.
Yeah. And Ben prepared this. So
yes.
it was.
It's a great way to start your birthday. So we just want to say happy birthday, April.
It is your special day.
And she chose to spend that special day with her friend.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear April. Happy birthday to you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Happy birthday.
Happy
April.
birthday, April. It's one that you'll remember for the rest of your life, I think.
She will. I mean, yeah, like your wife said, they never once filmed in the club on the show. Apparently, they're there all the time. Another instance of, it's like they were even there together. Like, why? Just fucking. All right.
Wild show.
Here we go. Madeline and Colby. Madeline meets up with her friends to get some advice, and she explains the story.
Gee, I wonder what that advice is going to be from them.
I didn't realize that Colby was going to show up, and it was going to be like, how did they think this was going to go over?
That's literally a trap. It's a trap from the beginning.
It's a trap. I didn't think it was going to be like, oh, we're all going to meet up and gang up on Colby. This will go over well. This guy that already won't listen to me, Yeah, of course.
And with one of those women already slept with Colby, and all of the women have stated that they like Randall better than him, even though they've only met Randall once and they've known Colby for 2-3 years.
Gee, I wonder why they don't like Colby.
This conversation does not go well. It doesn't. It was so funny though when Colby came in. And you could tell the producers told him to come in just at the right time.
Yeah, they were holding
right
him
as
back.
they were.
They were like, we can't let us fix your mic real quick.
Oh, the bartender hasn't poured your drink yet, so just hold off for a minute. Yeah. They're talking shit about you in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I was kissing people because you did. And he's like, I didn't feel joy from what I experienced with those girls. So that's why I know I want to marry Madeline. And then Madeline gets him in a pinch because she says, why did you continue it for 2 more weeks then? And then he says, oh, we're going in circles. It's all your fault. Such a dick.
Oh, this whole scene was like so cringy. It really was, especially knowing that all the women already hated him to begin with.
They were Team Randall. I mean, Randall's hot.
Yeah.
Drop the mic and walk out, fucking Houdini. I don't know.
Epic line.
Yeah.
I love how Colby responds like, oh, Houdini never revealed his tricks, so I'm not going to do that. I was like, what? The metaphors were really confusing me.
Confused.
He's like,
I would have rather a David Blaine metaphor than a Houdini one.
Yeah, that David Blaine is definitely the superior magician. He held a bunch of balloons and floated up in the sky. Did Houdini do that? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Probably
He's a hack.
Not.
He's a hack.
Houdini was a hack. He didn't have a YouTube channel.
No, he didn't.
Fuck this. Fuck Colby.
Oh.
Yeah. He really dug deep too when he as he was leaving, he said hold off on the tequila.
Don't hold off on the tequila.
Don't hold
Madeline,
off on the
please.
tequila.
Do not hold off on the tequila. We don't need you to do that. You are perfect just the way you are. Nobody on the show should ever feel the need to hold off on tequila.
Yeah. Don't do the producer's job, Colby. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off, Colby.
Tequila is the
fuck Colby.
Tequila is the fuel that runs this show, Colby.
Yes.
And pickle whiskey juice.
Pickle wink.
Wink, wink.
So now we know Colby is a liar and a cheater.
It really does seem like everybody on this show hates Colby except for April.
Yeah, it's like everybody has caught on to the whole Colby thing except for April. She's under his spell. Alexis was first to know, and then everybody.
It was that Connect 4 game. That's what it was.
Yeah, the Connect 4 game, really.
Oh. What a messy show. My God.
Yeah, this episode was awesome, though. The drama. I mean, Vanessa.
But also
Lachey,
stressful and cringy. Like, it was funny. It was dramatic, but it was also stressful and
it was
cringy.
very stressful. Vanessa Lachey did call, though. She said once the couples move back in with each other, that's when it gets juicy. And this was juicy AF.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Who knew that second trial marriages were even a thing?
That's crazy.
Thank God they exist. I love second trial marriages.
We're learning all sorts of new things on this show.
Yeah, second trial marriages, but boners, yeah.
Ultimatums that never work.
Connect for team building activities, feathers.
Polo, we didn't even know that was a thing.
Non-negotiations to be heard. I mean, just these people are just leading me down so many paths.
Wild. Oh, well, let's wrap this up. We're gonna be right back at y'all tomorrow with Ultimatum episodes, at the very least the next 3, so you can look forward to that. Yeah, we're tired. This was our last episode of the day.
I'm pumped. I'm gonna podcast about everything just all night myself.
Have fun with that. You're on your own.
About Olivia and Austin. Okay. Reality Alert Podcast on Instagram, Reality Alert Podcast _ on Twitter, youtube.com/Reality Alert. Please give us those follows. Apple Podcasts, 5-star reviews, give us a written review. Really helps out the podcast, helps us get guests, helps us get connections with the industry and all that fun stuff. So please help us out. We would gladly appreciate it. And thank you all for listening. It means the world to us. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, rest of the week.
Yep. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
My name is April. I'm a psycho bitch.